Hey everybody, this is Alex from My Trader's Journal, and today is the day before options expiration for September. And I had two contracts or two different positions I had going into September that were left. XLF September 24, and also I had a ADI September 80. That one's a little bit out of the money, about $2.50, or almost $3, but when the order hit. So I put an order in this morning. I didn't know when I was going to do it, but it had gotten so cheap on the September put, I figured I might as well go ahead and move it over before ADI went up anymore. So 6-month chart we're looking at. It's been really sideways, but it seems to be coming out of this downtrend that started back in May. It's just slowly going down. The highs are getting lower every week or every time it popped up. Finally broke out, came back, retested. Now I expect it to go back up. Downside, before I switch from this longer view, could be somewhere around 76, 77.50, something like that. Not too worried about that for a longer term. On a shorter term basis, it's definitely in an uptrend. I like that it came down and retested this trend line here. It's a very short-lived trend line, but it's still alive. It's above the 10, 20. It's above all the moving averages. It was below the 10-day moving average. 10 days in blue. Falling down below that, it popped back above that. Hopefully it stays above that by the end of the day. That will be a lot more bullish going into tomorrow. But I think it's got legs still. Not that bad of a chart really after its retest. I like the retest. So what I did is put the order in for 265. Let's see if I flip over to the option table here. ADI was still close to how it was before. Actually, when I put the order in, it was at 255, 270 for the bid and the ask. And just like it is now, there's not even a bid showing for the September. I could have let it go, let it expire worthless. But there's always that chance it falls $2.50 tomorrow, and I didn't want to take that risk. So I opted to leave it in there, or not to leave it in there, but to take it out, roll it over for only a couple of cents is what it ended up being. I put my order in for 265 since it was showing bid ask was 255, 270. I figured if it dropped a little bit, as it did, I could get it for 270 and then get the other one for a couple of cents. Anyway, it did close to that. I sold it for 267, and the new one, the December put, that was when ADI was trading at 82.91, and sold the other one for just 2 cents and 29 cents in commission. So not bad, really. What I do like about this one is the ones I compared. I thought about even going at a lower strike at the 77.50. That wouldn't give me quite 10% of a return. It gives me a huge cushion all the way down. It's almost 75, 75.64 if it didn't work out. But this is the one I did. It was, well, when I was writing it was 82.59, but it came up to 82.91. So let me update that. So looks like an annualized return of 13.47. Profit potential of 266.41, which is that is right because it's 59 cents commission. No, actually only 30 cents commission because I don't need to count the other side of it. Let me change those charts there. So 13.48 and could drop 6.73%. That's a pretty sizable cushion for just few months out. Basically 1 quarter to go before that expires. And 266.70. Let's go back on the chart and see where that would be. I'm sorry, not 260. The 77.33. A little ahead of myself there. 77.33 is right around there. So not exactly right there, but close. That puts it right in line with these other trend lines I have down here. So it can come all the way down here. I don't lose anything, just break even right there. Anything above that is a profit. That's what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for it to stay above 80. at a minimum so I can get full profit. It could come back down, test this trend line again, the longer trend line I showed before. But I think it's got a new one it's following. If not that one, then he's got some of these smaller ones in here that have been crossed over, but they seem to be touched on a regular basis going through. So I could see it come down to 81. I didn't even want to be with a potential return, annualized return of 1348, and going into the fall after a good year so far with no corrections. I wanted to give myself a good bit of cushion there, but also decent return. So I'm not being greedy this year. I'm just trying to get a good base built in. The year might have worse, not the year to take big risks. I think maybe next year I'll get my trading legs back and be more aggressive again. But now I just want to rebuild my account, at least slowly. So looking pretty good. And only other position I have for September is XLF. It's way out of the money. Slide the chart over for it. It is 76 cents. Oops. 76 cents out of the money, and yeah, with the speed of a slug here. Come on. It's not that important, really. It's 76 cents out of the money. I think that it could keep going up, but I'm not sure yet what I want to see, what I expect it to do. So I haven't even made a trade for a new couple of puts. I might go for the 25, but it's not that tempting right now because it's still trading right at the 50-day moving average, actually below it today. So I think I'm ready to get out of it. I want to see it get above the 50-day moving average. I want to see the 10-day move above the 20-day moving average. And when both of those happen, which probably would happen about the same time, if it gets above the 50, that's going to pull the 10-day up at the same time. I feel pretty good about even being a little more aggressive. But right now, see if I can pull up the ADI, or excuse me, the XLF. That's the old order I had. It's going to expire tomorrow. When I had it set, just if it dipped, I was going to get some more, but it didn't. So didn't have the opportunity. But the October and November for 25s are okay. I'd like to get a little bit more. So I'm kind of torn on that. I might just totally skip out on it and do something different with the money. So anyway, that's why I haven't done anything. I'm not going to post an update tomorrow on YouTube because I'm just going to repeat. I'd be repeating what I have here. I have one that's expiring, and there's no reason to even close it. I'll save $1, save $2 to let it go. But that's it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me an email or leave a comment below, and I will update next time I have a trade. Thanks, everybody.